First at 4, we're following breaking news on Capitol Hill. A potential federal government shutdown is looming, and D.C. residents have a lot at stake here. Thank you for joining us. I'm Simone D'Alba. Any moment now, the House is expected to vote on a measure to keep the government funded through September. That same measure would force D.C. to revert to its 2024 budget, forcing the city to make over $1 billion in cuts to services. In the last 3 hours, D.C.'s delegate to Congress, Eleanor Holmes Norton, spoke about this on the House floor.
The CR is an act of fiscal sabotage against D.C. and is an abuse of power over...
Norton's proposed amendment failed last night in the House Rules Committee. The amendment would have allowed D.C. to continue spending at its current budget levels. Rafael Sanchez Cruz is live with more on the issue. And Rafa, this just keeps changing by the hour.
It does, Simone, and D.C. finds itself between a rock and a hard place. On one hand, we have this potential federal government shutdown. On the other hand, we have this continuing resolution that, according to D.C. officials, would be devastating to D.C. residents. I am told that right now, D.C. officials, as well as D.C. residents, are talking to members of Congress, trying to convince them and explain to them what is at stake for the district.
The CR will pass.
What if it gets blocked?
I don't think it's going to get blocked.
The budget battle on Capitol Hill has never felt so personal for Washingtonians like Nakaya Mujahid.
We don't want a government shutdown.
But at the same time, Mujahid says she doesn't want the GOP continuing resolution that would revert the district to its 2024 fiscal year budget.
This is a direct attack on our autonomy and our ability to choose what we do with our dollars. And so right now, what Congress is proposing in the resolution is that they take $1.1 billion of ours and not spend it, not reallocate it, but lock it away.
City officials say that would mean cuts like $216 million for Metro, $38 million to DC Fire and EMS, $3.8 million to 911, and $75 million from DC Police.
Most Congress members don't understand what they are actually advocating for, fighting for with this resolution.
Which is why advocacy groups like DC Action and Fair Budget Coalition say they're going to
fight like hell on the Hill as well, because this is an unprecedented attack that would devastate our city and our residents.
Joanna Blotner says several groups are leading an effort to inform members of Congress about the impact that the continuing resolution would have on the district.
It's a very risky gamble to expect Senate to intervene, even though it should be a very easy thing for them to do to correct the mistake of their carelessness.
I've been at the Wilson building all day, and I can tell you there definitely is a concern when it comes to public safety. Those cuts to DC police are definitely a concern. I am told by a source that those cuts would mean reducing drastically the hours for overtime for DC police officers. Now, this would be happening during the summer months when crime tends to rise nationwide and here, of course, in DC, and also when we're approaching important, massive events that draw in huge crowds like World Pride. In downtown D.C., Rafael Sanchez Cruz, WUSA 9.
Yeah, to expand on that, the current resolution in this, D.C. would shut down just like the federal government would, meaning everything from trash collection, policing, as you've touched on, Rafa. There is so much at stake in this, and we're going to continue to check in with you for those updates. Thank you.